Hello, my friends. Welcome back. I hope you are having a peaceful and wonderful day. Today, I want to tell you the story of a confident, athletic young man whose life was suddenly changed forever by illness, and who went on to lead his country through two of the most difficult periods in its history, all while hiding a truth from the public eye. Today, he is remembered as one of the most influential leaders of the 20th century. His name was Franklin Delano Roosevelt. When people hear the name Franklin D. Roosevelt, they often think of a confident, commanding wartime president delivering powerful radio speeches that reassured an entire nation. Few people know just how much personal struggle he overcame long before reaching that role. How did a man who lost the use of his legs go on to lead the United States through the Great Depression and the Second World War? Let's find out together. Before we begin, if you enjoy learning English through stories, please subscribe to Everstory English. Your support helps us create more stories for your English learning journey. Franklin Roosevelt was born in 1882 in Hyde Park, New York, into a wealthy and privileged family. As a young man, he was tall, athletic, and confident, enjoying sailing, horseback riding, and an active social life. He studied at Harvard, later attended law school, and entered politics with an energetic, ambitious spirit. His distant cousin, Theodore Roosevelt, had already become president, and Franklin admired him greatly, quietly hoping to follow a similar path. Franklin rose steadily through political life, serving in the New York State Senate, and later as Assistant Secretary of the Navy. His confident, charismatic style made him a popular and promising figure in American politics. In 1920, he even ran for vice president, though his party lost that particular election. Still, his future in politics appeared bright and full of promise. Then, in 1921, everything changed. At the age of 39, Franklin suddenly fell seriously ill while vacationing with his family. Within days, he lost nearly all movement in his legs. Doctors eventually diagnosed the illness as polio, a disease that, at the time, had no cure. Franklin, once known for his energetic physical presence, would never walk unassisted again for the rest of his life. This was a devastating blow, both physically and emotionally. For a time, many around him, including some political allies, assumed his career in public life was finished. But Franklin refused to give up. He spent years working through painful physical therapy, developing significant upper body strength, and learning to walk short distances using heavy metal leg braces and the support of a cane or another person's arm, always carefully positioned to create the impression of standing independently. Franklin made a determined decision. Rather than hide away from public life, he would return to politics, carefully managing how the public perceived his condition. With the cooperation of most journalists and photographers of that era, images of him in his wheelchair were rarely published. He was almost always photographed, standing at a podium, seated behind a desk, or supported at his side, projecting an image of strength and stability. In 1928, Franklin was elected governor of New York, successfully proving that his illness had not diminished his ability to lead. Then, in 1932, during the depths of the Great Depression, with millions of Americans unemployed and desperate, Franklin was elected President of the United States. He inherited a nation in economic crisis, and he responded with a bold set of programs known as the New Deal, aimed at providing relief, recovery, and reform for struggling Americans. Franklin's warm, reassuring radio broadcasts, known as fireside chats, became a source of comfort for millions of families gathered around their radios during uncertain times. His calm, confident tone helped restore a sense of hope and trust in government at a moment when both were desperately needed. As the Second World War engulfed much of the world, Franklin once again became a central figure of leadership, guiding the United States through years of global conflict, working closely with other Allied leaders to coordinate the eventual defeat of the Axis powers. He was elected president an unprecedented 4 times, a record that remains unmatched in American history, leading the country through some of its most difficult decades. Franklin Roosevelt passed away in 1945, just months before the war in Europe finally ended, having led his country through both severe economic hardship and one of the most devastating wars in human history, all while privately managing a physical disability that he worked carefully to keep from public view. So what can we learn from Franklin D. Roosevelt? We learn that a sudden, life-changing setback does not have to end our ability to lead, contribute, or achieve great things. We learn that quiet, persistent effort, often unseen by others, can prepare us for enormous challenges ahead. And we learn that true strength is sometimes measured not by physical ability, but by determination, adaptability, and calm leadership during crisis. Today, as we learn English together, we are practicing the same resilience Franklin Roosevelt demonstrated throughout his life. Learning a language often comes with unexpected setbacks and frustrating limitations. Just as Franklin adapted his approach without giving up his larger goal, we can adapt our own learning methods when progress feels difficult, without ever abandoning our larger goal of fluency. Thank you for listening to this story today. I hope you enjoyed learning about Franklin D. Roosevelt, and I hope this story helped you improve your English. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and join us for more timeless stories on Everstory English. Until next time, keep learning, keep listening, and keep growing with Everstory English.